Let's talk about the movie, The Black Orchid. Hi, welcome to my channel, Garage Geek, and today I'd like to talk to you about The Black Orchid. This is going to be my number 5 film in 100 movies, $100. Now you might think The Black Orchid is a murder mystery based on the title, but you'd be really wrong. Now I went into this movie with some hesitations because just 2 days ago, I reviewed another movie called Heller in Pink Tights with the same 2 leads. And although I really loved Anthony Quinn's performance, I was a bit hesitant about Sophia Loren. She was good in parts, but wouldn't in others, and I just don't think she pulled off the role. But she's astounding in this movie. In fact, their chemistry is so good, they play off of each other. Now this movie is a romance, and I was surprised because of the title. Now originally, this movie was supposed to be called The Flower Maker. Now before we get into it a little more, let me talk to you a little bit about the director. So the director of this movie is Martin Ritt, and he made many movies, but some of his most famous movies are Norma Rae, HUD, and one of my personal favorites, Stanley and Iris. I'd also like to make a quick note about the score of this movie. The movie score was so weird, right? So this is a romance, but the score sounded like a sci-fi movie, like a sci-fi thriller, and it was kind of off-putting. And so when I looked it up, it says The Black Orchid is the first Hollywood film of Italian composer Alessandro Ciccognini. And I didn't know what to make of this. This score was totally wrong for this movie. Okay, so if you see this movie, there are so many famous people. You're gonna recognize them immediately. And there were so many that I decided just not to go into any of them. Except one. Star Trek fans, beware. Beware. Star Trek fans, take note. Majel Barrett is in an uncredited role, and I recognized her immediately. She's in 3 really short snippets. She doesn't, I don't think she gets to say anything, but she's there, and you could totally tell it's her. Marty. This is one of my favorite movies. I never thought I would come across a romance that I would like as well, or almost as well, as Marty. Now, when it comes to romance, I'm very tough. I usually do not like romance, and I do not like romantic comedies. Marty's the exception. And I'm going to say that Black Orchid is now one of my favorite romances. These 2 leads are impeccable together, and they play off of each other. So this movie was put out in 1959. Some sources say 1958. The original title was The Flower Maker. It's really understandable because Sophia Loren throughout the movie is working in a flower factory. They're fake flowers, and she even takes home flowers to earn extra money. The role was originally going to go to another Italian actress, Anna Magnini. But Ponti, who is the producer, hired his wife, Sophia Loren, for the role because Anna Magnini was busy. There's a lot going on in this movie, but I'm only going to stick to the main plot, and I'm not actually going to go over the conflict, which makes their romance difficult, right? Because I don't want to provide any spoilers. So let's look at this first scene.
I'll meet you at the station. Is that the one on 13th Street? All right, I'll be there at 10:30, huh?
Look, I didn't say yes.
I'm going to be there at 10:30.
I didn't say yes.
One of these days you're going to break your throat with all that yelling.
So in that scene, you can see how Anthony Quinn is going to be persistent. So you're going to see how charming he is, but it's his acting that shows you how he's going to pull this off.
Let's go to a movie, huh?
Maybe morning.
Oh, we'll see a sad movie.
What makes this scene so special to me is the connection that these 2 actors have to make this scene come to life. Now, this final scene we're going to watch is after they've had some conflict. A lot of the conflict is not due to themselves, but outside forces, which I'm not going to go into. So Anthony Quinn arrives at Sophia Loren's factory and tries to have lunch with her. And you can see, even though you can't see Anthony Quinn's face in this scene, you know that he is acting up a storm and he is winning over Sophia Loren's heart.
See, that's what I feel. Smile. Rose.
Do I recommend this movie called Black Orchid? It has its problems, right? It's mistitled. It's got a weird score, but there is no denying the power of these two actors in these roles. They are magnificent. If you like romance, if you all like romantic comedies, this is a movie you have to watch. If you are a fan of actors and how they can enhance each other's roles by playing off of each other, then you have to see this movie. I give this movie a solid 9 out of 10. So if you liked this review, would you go ahead and watch one of my other movie reviews in this series? And also don't forget to hit the like, subscription, and notification bell for more content. Thank you for your support.